It's a busy end of the week in Hong Kong with racing coming up at Happy Valley on Thursday night. So we go racing to win, race day, racing to win, race day. If you like your racing, we've got it covered for you right here on the show and in Hong Kong this week with a Thursday and a Saturday meeting. Boys in the studio, Paul Lally and Tom Wooden. Tom, it kicks off at Happy Valley on Thursday night.
It does, Mark. Hello to you and to everyone. We're on the A course for racing at Happy Valley. Class 2 race comes up early, 1,000 metres. Beauty Waves lighting up. He's trialled well leading into this. Baby Crystal also coming back to Happy Valley. He's had one start here before, did fail, but just a small field for that second of the night.
And there's a lot of pace in that race too, but there's no jackpots. Paul, what's a Thursday night theory? Now you've got theories on Saturday racing. What about Thursday night?
Well, it's a bit of an unknown, isn't it? We haven't really had too many race meetings on a Thursday, but they're always popular. We had one last year which was very popular. As you say, no jackpots. There's plenty of money going into the jackpots though on the weekend. So there's plenty of good betting opportunities coming up over the next few days.
There is not too much time to get involved if you haven't voted for your favourite horse or jockey. It closes on the 5th of July. This is how you get involved.
Beauty Eternal gets his moment of glory in the Champions Mile. They are going to turn back time with California Spangle. Shartin is electric. It's golden 60 for Hong Kong. The superstar. Mugen and Flying Ace and Invincible Sage. Lucky Swainess is back top of the pops. Massive Sovereign and Dennership win the Derby. What a horse, and he wins it again. Romantic Warrior. And it's Victor, the winner in the Centenary Sprint Cup. Voyage Bubble, though, he is going to win the Stewards Cup. Andrea at Zany wins the Centenary Vase. Brenton Abdullah Eugenius. It's a race-to-race double for Bedell. CP Brave wins by a narrow margin. Terrific battle. Harry Bentley a double. It's Invincible Sage, and he ran on by for Bowman. Congratulations to Angus. He has graduated from apprentice class. Ching Ching Glory double for Lyle Hewitson.
The champion jockey of this year's Longines International Jockeys Championship is Vincent Ho.
Zach Purton and Dennis Ship in a thrilling derby. And a salute from Karras. He went straight to the lead.
Not too long to get involved in that. Jump on the website to vote for your favourite horse and jockey. But we need to move on now to this meeting coming up on Thursday night at Happy Valley. It is meeting 85 of 88 and we are on the A course. Racing starts at 6:40. The two races, we focus on races 2 and 9, Class 2 1,000 and Class 3 over the 1,200. Just a small field for the Briar Handicap, but it's quality. Majestic Night goes forward. Nervous Witness has the cheek pieces on. WizKids, a 4-time course and distance winner. Co-partner Ambitions on an 8-day backup. As Tom said, Baby Crystal to Happy Valley for just the 2nd time in his career. Beauty Waves, 1st time in Class 2. And Humble Star, 2-time course and distance winner, just struggling a little bit for form. Pace is good, Paul. You think Nervous Witness is going to find the lead, despite the fact there's a few that like to roll to the top?
Yeah, he's probably the fastest with a lot of them is Nervous Witness, and he's a little bit one-dimensional that he does like to lead. WizKid, I think he can cross WizKid. The query, I suppose, is does Beauty Waves hold out Baby Crystal, or does Beauty Waves go back to the rail? And I think it's probably the better one for Beauty Waves is probably to get that suck run in behind. 3 back on the inside. Humble Star, Co-Partner Ambition will go back. Majestic Night won't be too far away, but I think Nervous Witness will in.
We can get a clue now on Beauty Waves and where he may be with Karras Thiessen. Karras, the lightweight ride's coming handy late in the season. It's going to work again on Wednesday night with Beauty Waves.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. It's a nice ride to pick up. Of course, he's been running really well lately, that horse, and he gets to upper class now with a nice weight on his back, so looks like he's been taking the valley pretty well too.
Not the first time you've ridden him, but you rode him more recently in a trial. Does he feel a more mature horse now, a more settled horse in Hong Kong?
He feels like he's more settled. He's not doing anything aggressive how he used to do it, so I think that's maybe doing the trick with him. His trial, I was really happy with his trial. It was just a piece of work to sort of get him to races. But yeah, I'm just really happy with the horse.
a race with a lot of speed. You're drawn well. Will you be happy just to let the pace go and follow them?
Yeah, we got a nice draw, so a lot of speed in the race, small race. So I think the speed's gonna be on, like you said, and just sort of wait behind them and hope when I press the button, he'll be there to respond.
Not sure what Karras has been painting, but got more on the cap than what he did on the wall by the looks of it. Here is Beauty Waves. Tom, last time we saw him was at the Valley. He was narrowly beaten by Midori Glory.
Yes, he was. And Midori Glory here had that good run in the trail where he was up outside the leader, just punching a little hole in that breeze there on the outside of fast serve. But it was still a good performance. He had won prior to that couple of runs there. Youthful Spirits and Harmony Fire. Youthful Spirits came out and franked the form again recently. But his trial, I thought, last week as well, Paul, looked good for him to pick up another win here.
Yeah, and he only got beaten on the bob. As such, he comes in with a light racing weight here, so I think the race conditions really suit him.
It's an impressive stat card too, Paul. We see what he's done since he's been here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, he was a horse that, you know, one of these Northern Hemispheres, but actually settled in really quickly, and as you can see what he's done. He loves Happy Valley as well, which is a good thing. And, well, at some stage he's going to run out of races at Happy Valley, so he's going to have to go to Sha Tin.
Yeah, he's off that rating of 81 now, so he's done a good job with him, has Pierre Ong. He's only had him for a few starts. Of course, he kicked off his career here in Hong Kong with Douglas White.
He did indeed. Baby Crystal, Tom, he's been a revelation over the 1,000 metres at Sha Tin right throughout this season. He's now won 3 over the 1,000. He's run second 5 times, but has to go around a couple of bends.
He does. He's had a very good season. 3 wins, 3 second placings. Led up here, was beaten by Kaying Victory. Now, he never really got involved on Monday at Sha Tin. The horse who's behind him, Flying High, came out and franked this form by winning at Sha Tin. And We Are Hero was able to place. So there's good enough form lines to suggest he can run well, Paul, but he just has to bring it to Happy Valley.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's just had the one start that was earlier in the season when he ran 5th at the Valley. So he wasn't a total duffer at it. So I don't think it's going to be a problem in the Valley. It's just there's a lot of speed in this race.
A little offshoot from that too, Paul, is the fact that it's Pierre with Beauty Waves and Francis with Baby Crystal. And after Monday at Sha Tin, Pierre has a 2-point lead.
Yeah, so he's taken that lead back and 2 points clear at this stage, so advantage Pierre at this stage.
And I think he's got a few winning chances coming up through the meeting on Thursday night, does Pierre. Tattenham definitely not the worst in Class 5. Beauty Waves, Humble Star in the same race. Spicy Spangle gets an opportunity in the 3rd. Aurora Lady to the Valley for the first time. Dragon Star, I thought, and Aestheticism, and even Healthy. So I think he's probably got the better card out of the 2 Thursday night, Paul.
Yeah, we can look at Francis's here as well. Bo Goss, unfortunately, he's drawn wide. Baby Crystal, just a little query over here at Happy Valley. Matsu Victor would have to improve. Forever Glorious is quite honest, especially here at the Valley. Gets that win. I haven't really liked his trials. Joyful Hunters have been declared Aurora, and Golden Empire's got a bit of an awkward draw. So looking at those, you'd say Pierre at this stage has definitely got the, on paper anyway, he's got the better book.
He does. 67 plays at 65, as you can see behind the boys at the moment. On to Majestic Night in this replay, Tom. He wins the race. He was ridden with cover this night. Humble Star is finishing down the track. Whiz Kid, he is a horse that has proven over the 1,000 metres. He trialled well at Chung Fa. Not sure what to make of that, because when he trials terribly, he usually races well. Yeah,
we won by 2.5 lengths up there at Chung Fa. He led in that trial and did it easily. Loves course and distance. 3 wide, no cover behind the pace last time out. I've got him in, Paul, but my reservation is he's carried 133 to win in Class 4. When he's carried the bigger weights at this sort of level, he has struggled.
Yeah, I think Douglas White's done a good job with him, though. He's had 3 wins this season. He's taken him from 75 up to 98 rating-wise. So the horse is in reasonably good form, but as you say, he's got to give a lot of weight away to some of these younger horses, well, these other horses which are quite seasoned.
He has won a trial too, Majestic Night, up at Chung Fa. It was pretty impressive, but Brittany Wong was on board, so would have had no weight. Beat a horse called Silo by 2.5 lengths. After leading all of the way back to last Wednesday night, Paul, co-partner Ambition runs 6th behind the very in-form co-partner Prance. He does have a pretty good second up record, though.
He does, but this is a really strong race he's up against now, and he's up against some really good speedsters here as well. His co-partner Prance is back to the 1,000 metres. You know, he's been only had one go at it in his place, but I still think this is a strong race for him.
Yeah, I'm not keen on him here. 8-day turnaround is, well, 1,000 metres has to be questionable, I think, in a race like this, but he's going to get the pace to suit, but jury's out, I feel.
Leave him to, he gets back to the 1,200 metres co-partner ambition. It's a small field, Paul, but it is a quality lineup.
Yeah, really good race here as well. So, look, I'm going to go with the Beauty Waves on top, the horse that we sort of talked about. I just think he'll get a perfect run behind, and he comes in with a lightweight. And then Majestic Knight, Wizkid and Baby Crystal, not amongst those three. But I think Beauty Waves is the sort of the standout for me. 6-1-3-5.
Beauty Waves on the top four appear. I think he can win again. He won, of course, 2 and 3 starts ago and only just missed it last time out, and should get a nice run through on the inside. He's done well since his last start. He trolled nicely. So 6 to beat 5. Baby Crystal, who never gave it away behind Kaying Victory last time out. The form out of that race has been franked. Majestic Knight just has to shoulder that big weight, and Wizkid, no pressure on his recent barrier trial for him. 133 pounds though at this level. Could be interesting from barrier 1. 6, 5, 1 and 3.
And that is the first part of Racing to Win. We're not done. We're headed to a break and back with a whole lot more right after this. Welcome back. You're watching Racing to Win preview show for Happy Valley on Thursday night. And of course, Sha Tin preview show coming up the day after Happy Valley. We've only got 4 meetings left in Hong Kong for the season, which means there's only 4 last run reminders left, Paul. And who is fourth last?
Gallant Valor, actually. Now, we haven't seen this horse since April, so I thought it was timely to remind you of his last run, Gallant Valor. And he last raced here at Happy Valley back on the 10th of April. You can see he was slightly slow away. He drew nicely, so he got a little bit further back than he would. But the big key to this race was the pace of the race. They went so slow in this race. It was 2.4 seconds slower than standard for the first 850 metres. So they absolutely crawled it, walked. You can see he was sort of midfield there, and he finished off the race really strongly. Now, he's had a decent break since then. He's been working pretty well leading into it, so I thought it was worth highlighting the last run of Gallant Valor, and you can see they just sprinted off the front, but of the horses at the back, he sort of finished off nicely enough and finished there.
He's had 2 trials since we last saw him. He had a quiet trial in 7th in the first one, and then 1 up at Chung Fa in the second. 1 blinkers go on, replacing the pacifiers with Cal. So Gallant Valor, race 7, number 3 is the last run reminder for the Valley. On to race number 9 we go. This is the Broome Handicap, and Nordic Dragon has the blinkers going back on. Watch Buddy second up. He has a win and a second to his name when second up too. Astrologer a better draw. California Touch a worse draw, and an extra £3 for his last start win. Golden Empire raced wide last time. Lucky Archangel has now won 7 course and distance. He carries an extra £6 for the victory. Healthy comes back in trip. Mighty Commander, first look at the Valley for him. Righteous Arian ran on last time. Young Arrow didn't run on last time, and Armour Eagle is not too far off a class drop, but is also a 3-time course and distance winner, Paul.
Yeah, and we can have a look at the speed map here, and there's 2 horses that do like to lead, Healthy and California Touch. I think California Touch might eventually try and go on with it, but Healthy will make it hard. Alexi, once he gets the lead, doesn't like to give it up. Lucky Archangel led all the way last time and winning at massive odds, but he's not going to get that luxury from a wide draw. Golden Empire will need some luck from his draw, and I thought Nordic Dragon, another one that's drawn awkwardly, might just have to go back, but he has run well from the back in the past.
A horse that always runs well as Righteous Arian. This week he's partnered by Angus Chung. Angus, is Righteous Arian the sort of horse you can always go to the races feeling confident about?
Yeah, he's a very honest horse. He always get the prize money, and he just try very hard horse. And yeah, I really like this horse, honestly. That night, tomorrow night, he draw barrier 7, so pretty positive in there. And last couple of times, he take the hood off and win in class 4. Even last time in class 3, still ran very impressive. So everything positive tomorrow night.
Haven't ridden him on race day for a little while, but you rode him track work on Monday with Red Hair King. Were you happy?
Yeah, very happy with Red Hair King. Get a good gallop there, and he sort of a little bit momentum, but in the last 200 meters he showed his ability and he got up very well.
On yourself, you told us a few weeks or months ago you were aiming for the Tony Cruz medal. It's still right on target to win.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate. Got 7 winners after apprenticeship. I thought we'd be a little bit struggle after the apprenticeship, but I appreciate my boss Tony Cruz still give me good support, good quality horse, and let me keep winning.
It has been a big season. You graduated, as you said, 46 winners for the season. Is 50 the target?
Honestly, yes. Even last couple of weeks, I still thinking 50 would be a good number. Now 4 meetings left. If I can get four more winners, it will be a very great season for me.
So that is the equation for Angus Thom. To hit the 51 a meeting is all that is required. But even if it doesn't happen, it's been an outstanding season for him.
Yeah, from where he's come from, and after his first season, and then he's really built upon that, and he's got the big chance here, of course, of taking out his Mentors Trophy, the Tony Cruz Award at the awards ceremony coming up at the end of the season. He's got Baby Crystal, Parents Love, and I thought D-Star Paul might be coming back into some form. Hopefully they can just harness that energy on Parents Love, because he's been going too quick in front.
Yeah, 1,000 metres is definitely the key for him. Flying Road's the last start winner, and Righteous Arian always runs a bit of a race, so he's got some decent chances amongst those.
It's been quite a season for Angus. He's achieved just about everything he has wanted to so far. The replays consist, Paul, of Lucky Archangel. Just when you think he's climbed his mountain, he comes out and does something like this, and Nordic Dragon, he ends up running third, has to carry the 135 with those blinkers re-added.
I really like astrology in this race. Lucky Archangel stole it on the front, and there was no pace in the race, and you could see him, he was momentarily held up, and he came flying down the outside and finished off really strongly, as did Nordic Dragon. So I think these two can quinella this race.
Yeah, Nordic Dragon's not the worst, but he's got barrier 11 to contend with here, and he's £6 better off, of course, with Lucky Archangel. Lucky Archangel was a top winner there. Those were probably the couple I'd take out of that, with Astrologer, of course, who was pretty good last time out, considering where he was in the run.
On to California Touch now, Tom. He's been racing really well. He was up outside the leader in this race. Eagle runs on for fourth. £128 this week for California Touch, who's had the 4 starts for 2 wins, a second and a third over the 1200, but he draws 10.
Yeah, that was the negative for me this time round. He's going to have to work probably a little bit to get forward to here. I know he's only carrying an extra £3, but I think that just could make the difference here, combined with the barrier draw, and he did only just scrape in last time.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, I put him in on a very minor line, but I think it's going to be a bit tougher for him here.
Straight into the graphic for the one to watch here. Tom, you've already sounded a warning, as has Paul. Brenton Abdullah gets back aboard California Touch. He has ridden the horse before, so he does know him.
He does. So he's had the one spin around on him a few runs ago now on California Touch, and he's a man in need of a winner at the moment. But it's just that extra weight combined with the barrier draw that does worry me.
Yeah, that's why I've got him on a minor line. Look, he did win last time on the good to yielding track as well when he just scraped in, but he has run well on that in the past, so I don't know if the track had anything to do with it.
On the speed map, Paul, this is the likely leader in Healthy. We're going back a couple of runs ago for him, where he went back from a barrier number 9. He draws 1. He's had a start since over at Sha Tin on a wet track and faded over the 1400 metres. He's had a good season. Pierre after every winner he can to keep Francis at bay. Could he get an easy enough lead to steal it, or might a horse like California Touch come up and worry him?
Yeah, it'll definitely worry him, there's no question. I think the thing is whether California Touch goes on with it and Healthy takes a trail or not. I think with the Alexia board, Alexia's quite positive on the horse. I just wonder if he's reached his mounted Healthy. I didn't include him.
I put him in on a minor line. He was beaten 5 1/4 last time out, but he's been relatively consistent. He was on that slow track at Sha Tin last time out, and it was noticeable they wanted to keep him away from the rail and sort of out in the middle part of the track. And he probably just peaked on his last sort of 150, 200 metres. But from a low draw back here at Happy Valley, where he's a 3-time course and distance winner, he doesn't miss too often. He's only missed top 4 times from 10 starts.
One more question each for you both on this race. Tom, Righteous Arian, he's quite often in your numbers. What about in the Class 3 race this week?
Definitely, he's on top. In fact, Righteous Arian, he stayed on well. He comes out of a good form race. Happy Fat Cat, Kairos Dragon, Youthful Spirits, they've all come out of that race and won with good pace in the race. We know what a turn of foot he can produce, but hopefully just not too far off them, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I've included him as well. I think he's going well at the moment. He's at an all-time high rating. That's anything of 64, but he's going well enough. So, yeah, I've included him. I agree with Tom.
Angus was full of confidence too. And watch Buddy, Paul. You've had him in earlier in the season. He's having his first run back or second run back since March. Is he going well enough?
No, I just wonder about that. So, look, he did win a couple in a row earlier in the season, but just the last three, he just sort of tapered off a little bit. So I was happy to watch it.
I thought he had a clear excuse last time out because he was hampered at the start and was never really involved after. He just got too far back. So if he was to jump cleanly from barrier 5, maybe he's not the worst. He might come up an okay price too.
We have broken it down the best we can for race number 9. So all we need now, Paul, is the top 4, please.
Going to go with a couple of well-rated horses there. Astrologer was a really good run from him. His last one was 85. He's right down to 73 now, so I think he's ready to win. Nordic Dragon, again, he's one off 84. He's at this rating now of 79, but he does have to carry the weight. Righteous Arian and California Touch on the minor line, 3, 1, 10 and 4.
On top here is Righteous Arian. I think he's going well enough to hopefully pick a win off at the end of the season. Righteous Arian for Tony Cruz and Angus Chung. He's won twice this season already from his 13 starts. Around about 50% of the time there or thereabouts. He's been in the top 4, Righteous Arian this season. Healthy's in. Astrologer, don't mind him here off the back of his effort last time out, but it's been a long time since he's won, and he was held up on the turn last start. He's £6 better off with Lucky Archangel, and Nordic Dragon wasn't far away in that same race, and Huey Bowman's riding about a year since he's won a race off 84. He's below that now, so we're 10, 7, 3 and 1.
And that is the 9th, so Tom suggesting Angus can move one closer at least with a win on a Righteous Arian as he heads towards 50. All the races are previewed, of course, on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for race-by-race analysis featuring Paul's selections. But right now on the show, we're featuring Paul's best bets.
Yeah, I'm going to go earlier in the card. Race number 3 for me, a horse called Mar Comet. Drawn really nicely in barrier 3. Now, he did ride on a rating of 65, this horse. He dropped down to class 4, and that's where we've seen 2 really good runs from him. He's put 2 together now. He's run second on both these occasions. He was no match for a well-rated Red Elegance who came down and beat him this particular night. But they were well clear of everything else, and I think he's ready to win. So he should get a nice run from the draw. And I do like him, Mar Comet. The long shot, we're going to make a horse stepping up to 1650 from the first time. Did catch the eye, finishing off over 1200 metres last start. It's race 5, number 6, the Azure. Frankie Law's got him. And the play we'll do in the last, the race we just talked about, Nordic Dragon, Astrologer and Righteous Arian at QQP.
Best bet for me, we'll take a little chance here with Racing Grace, who muffed the start last time out for David Hall, and he's coming up in one of the earlier races on the program, race number 4. Son of US Navy flag. Zach Purton was aboard last time out at 9 to 1. He's been back to the trial since. I thought the trial was good. Once he came off heels, sort of the last 275 after being tailed off, he was doing his best work late. So hopefully he jumps cleanly. Racing Grace. Race 4, number 5, Super Highway, coming to Happy Valley for his very first start. He's had 32 all at Sha Tin. He's not had too much luck recently with a few of his runs. Super Highway chased home the Winabi last time out, and he's lining up at the weekend. Golden Rise, Racing Grace and Speedy Smarty, the QQP race number 4.
The best bet, race 5, number 9, Yi Chong Raider. Barrier 10's going to make it tricky, but he's been much better. His last 2, placed over 1400 metres, comes to the valley and steps up to the 1650. Don't mind that at all. Ragnar's having his second run for David Hall. He's up in trip 2. Trial was good, led all of the way in the trial. Harry Bentley on board him. And the play race 5, D-Star, Sturdy Ruby and Yi Chong Raider in a QQP in race number 5. That has been Happy Valley for Thursday. The diary looks as follows. We're at Sha Tin on Saturday, trackside live from 3:30, and then things back to normal from Wednesday the 10th with a Wednesday night, Tom, and the graphic is about to appear. Less column because we're not too far off the end of the season. No, just about all done. Sha Tin Saturday, and the field's already out. Paul, some last start winners in those last 3 races. Yeah, look, good racing as well, and there's a plethora of simulcast racing over the weekend as well. Plenty of there for everyone. There is. We'll see you at Happy Valley.